What the frig? What the frig is up, you guys?
What the fuck is up, you
What
guys?
the
God, we're
frig?
so freaking cool right now.
What the frig?
Holy
I got a
cow.
Fortnite dub the other day. I haven't played Fortnite in fucking forever, dude.
Fortnite Battle Pass.
What the frig? Hey, you
Guys,
guys.
what is up? I can't believe
Guys.
this. We literally have been cooking out of our minds. Right now is the first time I'm going to be able to see Tab during the episode.
Yeah, we finally got something
We're
figured
getting things
out.
done.
Y'all want to
How's
see
everyone
something
doing? How's everyone
freaking
doing?
cuckoo crazy? Wait a second. Wait a second. Let me show you guys something a little like so silly. You guys ready? Look at this freaking, look at this freaking thing. You know,
Oh,
we got a freaking Instagram wheel posted,
no
you guys.
way. Guys, I got a freaking one too.
Oh my freaking god. Also, wait. Oh my freaking god. Wait. You want to know what else I just happened to see today on this one, freaking special freaking thing? Um, I happened to see this on Spotify, guys.
No way! Let's go!
Guys, it looks like episode one might be out on Spotify.
Yes, guys. Uh, I'm gonna do a little intro. Is it my turn or is it your turn? I think it's your turn actually.
I have the podcast intro. Are we already getting into that?
No. Um,
Okay, hold on.
guys, we've been cooking. You can find all of our stuff finally starting to get posted. Um, we are on Instagram. Supposed to be on TikTok. Don't at me on that.
I
Uh,
don't know the login.
YouTube, Spotify, everywhere that you can find podcasts, basically. We have
Wait, what
the
the fuck,
first
yo?
episode
YouTube
from
Shorts.
like 8 weeks ago at this point, 8 or 9 weeks ago, is finally up on the Spotify and everywhere that you can see the podcast and on YouTube, I think.
I'm currently monitoring to the YouTube. It's like 0.2 seconds from going live on YouTube. And as soon as it goes live on YouTube, I'm about to take that link and it's gonna be pinned in the chat for this whole episode. By the
But
way.
definitely, guys, go like and comment and whatnot on Instagram because that will help us a lot, as well as YouTube Shorts. Um, if you like the short, and if you don't like the short, leave a hate comment, please, because we want to get better.
Yeah, and dislike
And
it, honestly.
can we talk about the Jim Carrey thing real quick?
Hold on. Is that gonna be on the podcast or are we just talking about
Yeah,
that?
let's put it on the podcast.
Okay.
I'll wait.
Okay,
I just
okay,
want to talk
okay.
about it so bad. I'm so annoying.
Um, Give me a
I
second
literally
to see
can't
where
wait to
this
talk about
YouTube
it.
thing is going. How's
Also,
everybody else doing?
shout out, by the way, to the homie that is working his ass off editing the podcast stuff.
My good brother, I know that you're about to see this because you have to edit this.
So this is a personal thank you from us because man, we would be going crazy. I wouldn't be able to handle it.
Yes, the Jim Carrey thing. Yes. Yeah, we'll get into it once we intro. I'm trying to see where this. It says it's processing. I'm trying to see if it's gonna. Within the next. When it hits 11:15, if it's not processed, we're just gonna go ahead and intro. Um, we both appeared. So last week I was on Real or Real. So spoiler. But today we both appeared on Real or Real. Okay. So y'all better be watching out for that. We're gonna pin that, and we're gonna drop the links whenever those episodes come out, so you guys can check those out because it's gonna be super sick. And then we have another special thing coming up here next Sunday that we're gonna record. No idea when that's coming out, and no, we are not spoiling it. So,
It's not getting spoiled. I can't believe I've kept it. I think it's because I've been able to talk to Tab about it nonstop and won't shut up about it.
I'm super excited. I can't wait to see how that goes. Um,
But I'm gonna grovel on my hands and knees. Please, please, please share. Hold on. Share the
um,
Instagram. Share the Instagram. Pretty please. I shared it with myself. I don't think it did anything, but
okay, it's actually it's giving me a time limit now. So T minus 6 minutes, we can start the podcast. Okay. Okay, I'm so
okay.
sorry. I'm so sorry. What else can we talk about while we bide our time? Um,
We could talk about how I was sick.
yeah. And then I got sick, like the
Yeah,
same
we both
same
got
day.
sick. I had a sorry about my fucked up teeth, but I had this sore on my lip, on the inside of my lip, and it first of all it hurt, and also I just don't think that the quality of anything would have been good. Like I could hardly talk. I didn't sound right. I didn't feel right. I didn't feel good. So in the spirit of making good content, I'm sure that canceling the episode was probably not what I should
Greetings,
have done. But
Paul the Great.
hello, Paul the
Hello.
Great.
What
Hi,
is
Pookie.
what does chud mean? I'm wondering.
Yeah, can you give us a definition of chud, please?
If I'm a fellow chud, I must have to know what a chud is. I'm concerned. It
Can you
doesn't
use it
sound
as like a
good.
verb?
It sounds like
Chudding? Can I chud?
chode. Can I chud along?
Can I
I'm
can
ch-
I
I'm
chud?
I'm
Wait,
chudding
am I
down the
a
road
chud
with you
or am I
guys.
chudding?
I think
Am I
it's more of a you know how it be. I don't know how it be. You know what?
What-
I'll look it
You have to
up.
remember we're unk at this point, or we're getting there.
I feel like that's an unk. Oh, it's slang. Mm-hmm. To disparage someone. Do I know what disparage means? No. But now
I think it
I'm
just
trying to
means to
figure
like
out if I need to be offended.
make them feel bad or down.
Um,
You feel bad or
often
down after that?
often synonymous with fool, troll, or jerk. Honestly,
Oh, we can slash marker. I forgot.
you kind of got me. Cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller. I'm Unk. I'm Unked.
Oh,
I got called
guys,
Unk.
but
Marcus called me Unk.
by the way, can you guys tell me how I look? Do I look better or worse than I normally do? I'm gonna put this in front of my mouth. Sorry. I have a really bad
It
habit.
means ugly. It's the opposite of Chad, which is hot. Okay, you know what? I'll take that. I'll take it. Do you know?
Yeah, I'll take chud.
Yeah, that's fine. I can be a
They
chud.
invented a word just to make fun of me. I'm fine with that.
Cool. Hey. Well, hello, Liddy Titty. Thank you for the definition, though, actually. Appreciate it. Urban
There's
Dictionary
nothing
wasn't
more
giving me
littier than a
nothing.
tittier.
Y'all are hot, not Chads. I am assuming you meant Chuds. Okay, 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 okay. Cool, cool.
Thank you.
Hold on. There was a thumbnail where I thought I looked like a Chad, but like that could
Yeah,
just be
welcome in,
me
by the way.
gassing my own tit for real.
Thank you for
Um,
stopping by. Am I? Hey, hello. Is this thing on?
yeah.
Okay.
Yo, Paul said shout out K-pop. Okay, this is the.
Shout out,
Oh,
K-Pot.
it's not even. Oh, my camera's up here now. It's not even gonna
Damn,
show. Never
can't
mind.
see nothing.
Yeah, it's not even gonna show.
K-Pot, dude. K-Pot is gas.
I've only ever had it once. It was fire.
You're gonna have to. Oh, we're going to what is it? Faux? Fa? What is it called? How do you say it? Can someone correct me? Fa.
Yeah.
Yeah, like fuck. It's so fucking good.
Whoa.
Fa. uh,
Whoa.
we're
Whoa.
going out for food next week, and I don't think you're gonna be able to make it for that. But at some point, you have to come up here because we do lunch once a week or once a month.
Fire.
Yeah.
Moth Tart got K-pop for their birthday.
Hello, Moth.
When was your birthday? Happy belated birthday? Maybe.
Forever 21.
Oh god. January, so definitely belated. Also, guys, we're at 28%. Okay, we're almost done. I can almost intro. I'm so sorry.
28%.
I'm
Are
so
we? Why are
sorry.
we waiting? We
I
could.
want to pin it, yo. Okay, I just want to pin it, and I don't want to have to
It's
pin it.
public. It says public.
It's
No,
checking.
it's just checking for restrictions and stuff.
Oh, fuck am I
I'm
talking
pretty
about?
sure it's up.
Let me just hold on. Let me go to our channel real quick. Let me. It is. Oh my god. Here it is.
We were about to have to wait for another 10
Sorry.
minutes.
Sorry. Jeez. I just wanted to be put together. You know what I mean? Hey guys, newest episode is up on YouTube. That's what we were waiting for. Sorry. It's gonna be pinned.
Damn, you're
Um,
tweaking too. We're both
for the
tweaking.
rest of the stream. There we go. Look at that,
Yes,
guys.
guys. For those coming in, I'm just gonna say it one more time before we intro. We are on Instagram, TikTok. It's not up yet, but don't at me on that. We are on YouTube, anywhere that you can find a podcast. And we're on Discord. Join the Discord. Pretty please submit your stories. And please go share the Instagram reel with everyone and be super annoying about it, but not too annoying.
So like,
Just stick it in there.
especially to that person that you follow from like all the way from middle school that you never talked to, I think that would be
Yeah,
a really good idea.
yeah, guys.
Would I ever do that? Hell
We
no.
are.
But would should you do
Hold
it?
on.
Yes.
Shout out to Xavier Live React. Thank you for following the Instagram. Pixie Dusted, thank you for reposting the reel. Very cool. Thank you very much. And liking the story, huge. We're so back. Um, Thank you guys so much. I like that. I'm gonna start reading follower notifications on off Instagram during the pre-show.
That's
Maybe
fucked up.
guys, what if at the end of every stream it's
Hold
just
on.
us saying all of
Somebody,
our
well,
followers' name?
what if we like dox somebody, you know what I mean? Like this is somebody's
Yeah, we
full
won't do
name
that. Yeah, we
that
won't
just
do their full
followed.
name. We'll do their
Carlotta just followed. You're cool. What do I gotta say?
yeah, maybe we won't do
I'm
that.
not gonna
Well,
say
I
your
don't
whole
know.
username, but just in case I don't want to dox, you know what I'm saying? But Carlotta, you kind of cool or whatever. I'm just saying.
Never mind. They didn't consent to that. I won't do that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm
That's
sorry for suggesting
that felt like
such a
calling
heinous
out
thing.
lurkers. Like that felt
Yeah, I'm so
wrong
sorry.
for
I'm
me.
so sorry. Please don't hate me. I'll PayPal you. I'm sorry. All right. I think we're
Okay,
good.
yeah, let's intro. Hold on.
Yeah. Let me shut the fuck up. Holy,
Let me
we
adjust my
wait. Can we
body.
get our ADHD crazies out first?
Yeah, you can
Okay,
go.
everyone join us. We're gonna take 30 more seconds or less, and we're just gonna stim. We're just gonna do it. Hold on. I'm just.
Ah, ah, ah. I'm not strong enough, you guys. I'm weak. Crush it. Not flat, but crush it. No, we're not gonna dox you. We're not even smart enough to dox, to be honest. I'd rather not have a lawsuit. We're broke. We have to pay an editor. Shout out to that guy though. He's cool. What? So like, what song is in your head?
All right. I don't know what it's called or the words to
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
Isn't it
ready.
so good that you can see me now?
Guys, I won't lie. This is like peak entertainment for me, and I feel like I'm giving back to the world. So this is fantastic. I feel fucking. I'm on cloud nine right now.
Oh yeah. Okay. So Jim, story, vampires, right?
Jim, Jim
Jim,
Vampire Stories.
Jim, vampire stories.
Jim Story Vampire.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I like that
Okay.
because vampire will probably be the long thing that we do.
Okay.
Cool.
I mean, I'm gonna be doing the. Hold on, you guys. My lips are kind of chapped. Give me a second.
Watching episode one of season two on the tablet while you watch the stream on the phone is crazy. Thank you. That's sick. Yeah,
Number one supporter right there.
I told everyone literally like I know that we stream late, so if you can't make the stream, that's okay. Just turn the YouTube video on while you're asleep. Like I don't. I'm just saying it helps us. It doesn't do anything for you, but it helps us. So
I mean, unless you want to see the fantastic editing.
true. It
But
is
anyways.
technically fully edited. Okay, sorry, I'm ready.
Okay. Okay. Ready? So tweaked up this episode. I had a dopamine hit of finally
It's
posting
because
something,
yeah, we're
and woof 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 woof.
while you play Minecraft, that's you're the goat for real.
Genuinely.
Watching the stream on the TV. Am I not centered? I don't like that.
You
Oh,
are. It might just be the way that I have your camera cropped. Well, no, you are a little bit to the left.
can you change that so I don't have to fuck with my camera?
Um, it's not that big of a deal. I'll be honest
Okay,
with you. I just need
okay,
it. I want an intro. I want an
okay,
intro.
okay.
Okay. Okay. Are we ready? Are we good? We're ready? We're good?
I'm doing one more thing. I'm doing one more thing. I'm doing one more thing. I think this is fine. Okay, sorry. Cool. I'm ready.
Okay.
Red leather, yellow leather. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. It's okay. Okay.
Slash marker, please.
I have a button on my stream deck. Okay. Are we ready? I'm gonna hit it. Are we ready? I need a verbal cue.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. One, two, three. Marker. Welcome back to Midnight Oil, where we burn through your, yes, your viewer submitted spooky, unexplainable stories at this fine late night hour. We also discuss other weird, unexplainable things too, but, you know, it's mainly about you. Anyways, I'm Tab, and this is Keeg, and we're about to get into it.
Yahoo!
I wrote that one down, by the way, you guys.
We're getting better. Um, the first thing that I want to talk about super briefly, this is we finally started uploading stuff. You can check it out on YouTube and on Twitch. We're still doing it every Sunday at 11 p.m. Go check out the YouTube. The first video from like 9 weeks ago, from when we're doing this live, is live right now. So the very first episode that we restarted doing stuff, it's scuffed, but it's up. So you can check that out. I want to talk about Jim Carrey.
Dude.
So 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 there was a thing in France, like a award show, and Jim Carrey showed up. Not out of the ordinary. It kind of is, but we'll get into that. But w- all of the footage is weird. Like he looks different.
Weird.
Have you guys thought about like how different he looks? Like the bags under his eyes aren't the same, his teeth don't look the same, his eyes don't look the same. And he doesn't seem like one to get like facial restructuring, any kind of surgery or anything. I don't think he cares about that. So, Tab, what do you know about Jim Carrey as far as like him as a person? Because he's a pretty he's a pretty eccentric guy, right?
Yeah.
Like he's pretty like outspoken and whatnot.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure in like one of his like last interviews that he did on like one of the late night talk shows, he was talking about how he was kind of done with appearing at events and stuff like that. And he kind of wanted to step out of Hollywood a little bit. So the fact that he even showed up to the award show was already odd. I mean, you can technically chalk it up to just him, changing his mind and going to get some work done and calling it a day. But I don't, I don't know. All the because dude, all of my socials are flooded with this situation right now, and it's very much they're some of the stuff that they're trying to compare to like old pictures, they're kind of getting it wrong because they were trying to say that his like eye color changed, but I really think that it was the lighting because in some of the like newer pictures of his new look, he had the same eye color or like it was maybe just a little bit darker.
Yeah, it
Um
was definitely a lighting thing.
at least
There,
with the
there's a
eye
lot of
color.
things. There are a lot of things that can be like explained away and proven like here and there. I think just his mannerisms is what really made me start thinking about
Mhm.
it. He was shaking hands with people. He was like talking about how um the award show was like he cared about the award show, which is just it seems super out of character for him. Like you said, he was very adamant a while ago about just kind of retiring.
Mhm.
Um, so it was really weird, and seeing him shake people's hands, and he seems like a friendly guy. He seems like a for the people type of person, but he was just the like go watch old interviews and like press footage of him showing up to events and then talking at events and stuff. And you can tell that he's just acting different. So I don't for I want to put it out there. I don't think he's a clone. I think that's like the big one of the big things. I don't think he's a clone. I don't think that's a clone of Jim Carrey. I think what might have happened is that he may have had some sort of reality check. Maybe uh a certain group of people might have gotten to him. I have no idea. I don't obviously I'm not in his life. I don't know. This is just we are all just kind of looking at footage and speculating and whatnot. So until he says something, which I'm sure it's such a big thing, so he might say something, but he also might not. That's also very in character for him if he doesn't say anything. So I'm really curious to see, like a few weeks from now or whatnot, like what happens because it's just weird. It felt like you'll look at the interview. Essentially, everyone knows who Jim Carrey is. We all grew up on that kind of stuff. But you'll see he just acts out of character, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it could be like a multitude of things. Like maybe he was going broke because he stepped out of Hollywood and he was like, gotta get back into the scene, but in order to get back into the scene, I gotta comply with today's like beauty standards of Hollywood. But also, again, that doesn't seem like something that he would do. But hey,
Did you do you remember what happened in Hawaii?
no.
So a few years ago, there was a nuclear scare. Everyone in that, like in
Oh,
Hawaii and
mm-hmm,
stuff, got a notification saying, like basically like a nuke is coming and is
mm-hmm.
going to hit Hawaii or whatever. And he said that he was there. I think it was Hawaii. You can correct me somewhere if that's wrong, but basically he was like, "What am I gonna do? Like, there's nothing that I'm able to do, so I'm just gonna take in all of the good stuff on this beach and enjoy my last moments of life." So just like he's very prophetic like that and poetic. And then the way that he was acting was just it didn't align with just him as a person. It was weird, man. It was so strange. So I just wanted to talk about that for a little
Yeah.
bit because I thought it was really interesting. So we may cover it more. I didn't do too much research on it. I just watched a bunch of videos and like deep dives and stuff, and wanted to talk about our perspectives.
Yeah. There's one more thing that I do want to add, at least with like the clone perspective, or like maybe he is like dead and they just have somebody playing him, or yada yada yada. He did do a speech at one award show about how the system was messed up and like they were taking kids, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? So he was kind of exposing them on the main stage. Um, and that's sketchy on its own, for somebody that big to be doing that. Well, sketchy in terms of like how Hollywood is, and you have to keep quiet about things and the Illuminati and blah 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 blah. But something really interesting in one of his interviews that he was doing, he was talking about how he prepared his speech in French. And whenever he said about how, like, he was talking about how all of these people were, preparing their speeches and they all probably had very thought out speeches, blah, 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 but his was all in French. So he had to learn French and prepare a whole speech in French. When he said when he was talking about how, if I mess up, I'm dead. When he it but it what how that sounded normal, right? If I mess this up, I'm dead. It very much sounded like two separate statements when he was saying it. And he was like, I mess up, I'm dead. But it I can't even mimic the tonal change that there was cuz like I saw that clip and I was just like that doesn't sound like to me a joking like oh well I'm dead if I mess this up I'm they're gonna chop my head off. It sounded like I don't know, it was just it gave me icky feeling, the tonal change and like the dead eyes that when he was talking about it like that it's just
I also think
uh
that thinking about the clone perspective, and I swear this is the last thing. I think that if he was cloned, it's probably by the government or some big group of people. And also, I don't think that they would put the clone out there like that. Like I think that if you're gonna clone somebody like high profile like that, who also has a like public track record of like, hey, I'm not gonna, I'm basically retiring and I'm not gonna show up to stuff. I think that the clone would be more for like public stuff, like just go like being out and about, like replacing them in daily life, basically.
Yeah.
Like for paparazzi pictures and stuff like that. So you have the illusion that this person is still out and about, but doing it to Jim Carrey, the guy who's like outspoken and whatnot, that's a weird. Cloning is a weird thing. Maybe it's a doppelganger. Maybe it's
Yeah.
it could be a number of other
Those
things. So
realistic masks, I mean,
yeah, it could be it could be a number of things. So
it ties into the
something to think
Selena
about.
Gomez thing. The Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber. Um, I'll briefly gloss over that so we don't have to get into it, but it's rumored, at least like on top of this Jim Carrey thing, people are digging into the fact that potentially Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber did have a kid. The kid was it was kind of either um save, the mom's life or the kid's life, and they ended up saving the kid, so Selena Gomez died, and they brought back a different Selena Gomez clone, and they ended up giving the kid to the Kardashians. And there's a lot. Okay, that sounds so far fetched, but there's a lot more details, like how Selena is now apparently taller. The kid that is in question looks a lot like Justin Bieber when he was a kid. There's a lot that goes into it, but it's kind of the same situation as that. Is that, yeah. I'm on conspiracy TikTok, I'll be honest with you. um but yeah, that was that. So that was just, a brief thing about that, which listeners, I don't think you're actually going to hear this until maybe by the time this episode is out and you are listening to it currently, maybe Jim Carrey has come out and made a statement. Maybe he hasn't. We'll just have to see.
You'll be weeks from now.
But now we do have a story that we can get into. Um, Uno story. Do you want to read it, or do you want me to read it?
I would love to read it
All right, bet.
if I can find it. It is right here.
You're
Cool. All right. Shout out to Pixie Dusted for submitting a wonderful story once again. Thank you. This is from Pixie Dusted. This was submitted on February 22nd. I used to work in the concession area on the Belle of Louisville, a riverboat that cruises the Ohio River. It has two decks that run the entire length of the boat, and a smaller deck on top of that runs about three-fourths of the length. The concession area is located towards the front of the boat on the second deck along one side. Knowing that will be important to the story. In the evenings after the cruises, we had. Oh, sorry, I messed up. We had closing tasks that had to be completed before leaving. There were typically only two concession workers left on board at this point, with everyone else already finished with their closing tasks. This evening was no exception. The last two things were taking the trash down to the dock and mopping behind the concession area. So I volunteered to mop while my coworker took the trash off the boat. Shout out Trash Boat. I started mopping, walking backwards as I went towards the front of the boat. As I mopped, I heard footsteps above me, keeping pace with my steps as I mopped. They sounded heavy, like someone wearing boots. At first, I thought that maybe there was a deckhand above me still on the boat, until I realized that I was almost at the front of the boat. There wasn't a deck above me. I quickly finished mopping and ran to put the mop away while the footsteps still followed me from above. When I reached the break area, which was in a smaller boat dock next to the bell, I saw all of the deckhands and crew were there, meaning I was truly alone on the boat just moments before. Throughout my years working on the bell, there were many times I heard strange noises or a few notes played on the calliope, but the footsteps following me around was the scariest.
Calliope,
Calliope, sorry.
maybe.
That's
Maybe.
spooky. I've definitely had similar experiences actually. Like of close proximity, like while I'm walking hearing noises around me. I've definitely felt and been in similar things, but I've never like it's never been anything crazy. It was like I thought someone was walking next to me and that's it. Like and it's in like a public area. I wasn't going to go look around corners that I was passing and doors and stuff. So it's much more easier to just explain that away. This is creepy. this this is messed up. If you were working and you thought, oh, it could just be a coworker, and then you see all the homies, and you're like, one, two, three. Yeah, they're all over. like you'd start tweaking out. So I feel that. I'd be tweaking out too.
No, yeah. That's just like I don't know, that's weird. In terms of like there was not like not a deck above you. So like
Yeah, so
where
it
was that
sounded
coming
like
from?
they sounded heavy like someone wearing boots. At first I thought that maybe there was a deckhand above me still on the boat, but there was no deck above you.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I want to
Air
know if
steps.
that boat was haunted.
The Belle Louisville has to be.
You think so?
That's an old boat. And it still runs, like, to this day.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, thank you for submitting your story. If you want to submit your stories, you can do that through the link in the description or on our Twitch and in our Discord. We also have the link to do that as well. You can be anonymous, there's an option for that. Or if you want to share your story and tell us who you are, you can do that too.
True facts. We're
And
just
as I
getting
said,
word. There used to be a full deck in that area when it was first built. Oh, the ghost hunters have investigated the bell. That's cool. We'll go
that
investigate the
is
bell someday.
yes, we actually will be doing investigations given that we are able to hopefully in the future. Now with us starting to post stuff, it will, it feels much more doable now. So,
Heck yeah. That's what's
do
up.
you want to do you want to take us into the meat and potatoes of? what we're gonna be talking about today?
Yes. So today's topic, um, to kind of round us out, make us well-rounded, put us in the, put us in a deep trance, because that's what they do, right? Vampires, yeah, yeah, that's what they do. Uh-huh, that's right. Vampires. So, this is sparked because I have seen a lot of stuff about vampires in New Orleans, okay? But first, I want to start out with a smaller story that's not in New Orleans at all. And it's this random dude, actually. Shout out to Bone Dragon for kind of giving me this guy to look up and talk about. But this dude, Rod Farrell. Okay, Rod Farrell. Now, sounds like a basic old guy, right? He's just this bald white dude. So, he was. Yeah, yeah. Did you mute?
Do you think that? Sorry, yes, I did. Um, do you think Will Ferrell's name is Will Ferrell?
Mm, no.
Okay, next. Keep going.
Maybe? Dude, I don't, that's beyond
There's
me.
two R's. That's why I was confused. Anyway, sorry, we're not getting sidetracked, and we're doing better at that. So continue.
Okay, Rod Farrell. Born March 28th, 1980, in Kentucky. Kentucky. He was the leader of a small teenage group that called itself a vampire clan in the mid 1990s. He sometimes referred to himself as Vesago, sure, and claimed to be a 500-year-old vampire. He he shortly became one of the most like infamous figures connected to the vampire subculture panic that happened in the late 1990s. So obviously this dude was arrested. He was trying to lead a clan of vampires. So the but he was a teenager, he was 16. There was a bunch of other teenagers. Um they traveled from Kentucky to Eustis, Florida. They murdered the parents of a 15-year-old clan member, Heather Windorf. And her parents' names were Richard Windorf and Ruth Windorf. The victims were beaten to death with a crowbar. The group, the clan of vampires, fled, but then were arrested days later in, guess what? Louisiana. So, they claim to be vampires, okay? And this dude, Rod Farrell, claimed to be a 500-year-old vampire. And he reportedly drank some of poor Richard's blood at the scene, which basically created the headline of labeling it the case as like the vampire cult killing. So, this guy in 1998, he pled guilty, obviously, and he was initially sentenced to death, becoming the youngest person on death row in the United States at the time. After the 2005 Supreme Court ruling banning execution for crimes committed under 18, his sentence was reduced to life without parole. In 2016, due to further rulings about juvenile sentencing, he was resentenced to life with the possibility of parole after 25 years. But as of right now, he does remain incarcerated in Florida and has had all of his parole hearings denied. Um, yeah. So that was him. He tried to create a cute little vampire cult. Obviously, it didn't work. Most of the cult fled to New Orleans because that's where the real kind of vampire lore runs deep.
Do you believe in vampires?
I could.
You
I
could.
could. Yeah. What is this one
I
lady's name?
There was a vampire. Let me find it.
Was she a vampire or was she just like a voodoo gal?
And his name
I think she was
was
just like a voodoo gal.
what was his name? There was a YouTube video I watched 3 years ago. Oh god. Oh man. I I'm gonna have to find it while you talk.
Um, okay. So I'm getting this information from multiple different sources, but so now we're in New Orleans. We're gonna talk about like a little bit of the New Orleans vampire stuff. So the vampire lore in New Orleans traces all the way back to European settlers who brought myths from Slavic, Romanian, French, and Spanish traditions during the 18th and 19th centuries. These stories often depicted vampires as revenants or malevolent spirits that could rise from the dead or be created by being bitten by another vampire, typically with a dark or ruddy complexion, far from the romanticized vampires of modern fiction. There was also Interview with a Vampire. Pretty sure that was set in New Orleans. Really good show. Really good show, by the way. And I heard there's books. I don't read. I can't read. I can't read. So obviously I have not read the books, but I've heard good things. I've heard good things. Um, did you find it yet? Negative. So a few of the most notable vampire figures. I'm gonna butcher these names, unfortunately, but Jacques, Saint Germain is one of the most famous New Orleans vampire legends, allegedly arriving from France in 1902. He claimed descent from the historical Count of Saint Germain. Known for lavish parties where he never ate, Saint Germain reportedly preyed on young women in the French Quarter. One infamous incident involved a woman who jumped from his home claiming he had bitten her neck. Bloodstains and wine bottles filled with blood were later found in his residence, though he vanished mysteriously. He is said to have never aged, and his Royal Street home has become a tourist attraction. Did you find it yet? No. And now we move on to the Casket Girls, which I actually started watching a video on the Casket Girls earlier today, and I did not finish it. So I potentially could have had more to say about them, but I don't. So, the Casket Girls were young French women sent to New Orleans in 1728 with small coffin shaped chests containing their belongings. Rumors suggested these trunks contained creatures or vampires, fueling the early vampire myths in the city. The third floor shutters of Ursuline Convent, where the trunks were stored, were reportedly nailed shut, which added to the lore. Other legends include the Carter brothers, who were said to have captured and drained victims' blood during the Great Depression, so that kind of, blurred the line of vampires or vampires, which is kind of interesting. And so the main reason why I wanted to talk about the New Orleans vampires is because there have been some people talking recently on other social medias about not necessarily a resurgence because vampires have kind of been in the lore of New Orleans for a while, but there's been more accounts of people coming in contact with vampires. Specifically, one that I mentioned, or one that I remember at least, is there was so I'm pulling these from other TikTokers that get stories submitted to them. So do with that what you will. I'm not claiming to have heard these myself. I just watched a video and I'm talking about the video. Okay, cool. So there was one where they were talking about how they went to this bar and they met a couple dudes. I think it's two girls went to this bar, met a couple dudes. This one girl was having a very, very good night with this guy. He was super good looking. She was super into him. He was so chivalrous and very kind to her. And the night went on. They went to multiple bars together. But every time they got to a bar, he would stand outside the door and kind of be like, "Do you want me, to come in there with you?" And she would have to be like, "Oh yeah, come on in. It's fun in here." You know what I mean? Vampire, because vampires have to be invited into places. So, vampire. You know what I mean? Sus. So, I think the story ultimately ended up like he was walking her back to her hotel. And once they finally got back to the hotel, he was like, "You want me to come in there with you?" And at this time, she was like, nah, not in my hotel. And he was like very adamant. He was like, "Let me come up in there with you." And she was like, nah. And that's kind of where it died there. She wouldn't let him come into the hotel. So, and then apparently he just vanished. And she never saw him for the rest of her trip, which I feel like is really easy to kind of do. But the weird thing is that like he had to be invited into all of these bars that they went to, and then when she wouldn't invite him into the hotel that she was staying at, he couldn't go in, or like he didn't go in. Maybe he was just a good guy. I don't know. I don't know. Beats me. Somebody said in chat, Pixie Dust had said, "I feel like the vampire groups in NOLA have become popular again due to the popularity of Interview with a Vampire series." Potentially, yeah. I could agree because I mean it is like just now kind of coming out again, so that would be valid to say. I swear I thought I'm probably gonna butcher her name, but Mary Mary Laveau? Mary Laveau? I swear there was something. I know she's into voodoo, but I swear that there was something about her maybe using like blood for like her face, like as like a face mask, or maybe that was somebody else. I do eventually want to talk about Marie Laveau though, because she's really cool. She's really cool. Maybe? I mean, I think she's really cool. Is she the one that like was crazy? No.
I think I found it.
Oh, okay. I don't think she was the
Uh,
one that was crazy, by the way.
I'm just gonna go through it real quickly. It's an urban legend of this guy named John Allen Zagreus, who was a 1950s figure claiming he was from a non existent country and he had multiple passports. He spoke a ton of different languages and just vanished from custody. And the legend is basically in like July of 1950, 1954 specifically, I guess. A man arrived at Canada, sorry, arrived at Haneda Airport in Tokyo holding a passport from Torrid, a country unknown to officials, and he was later identified by some sources as John Allen Zagreus, who used fake documents and claimed to be an intelligence agent and traveled extensively. And he displayed this high level of intelligence because he was proficient in several languages, and he was just a very mysterious guy. And despite being detained in Japan, his true origin was never verified and allegedly disappeared from a locked hotel room. And the reason that I bring this up is because this guy pops up at multiple points in history with the same description. So we know that vampires live for a while.
They're immortal,
And I,
yeah.
I wonder if this guy is, potentially a vampire or something, because it sounds like he has not aged a ton, and he has all of this, knowledge. So yeah, John Allen Zagreus.
Okay. John Allen Zagreus. Okay. Yeah, mess with it.
I don't know that that's the person that I was thinking of, but it sounds like the right story. So I'm gonna go with that. And
Yeah.
if you know what, by the time this goes out, if I remember, I'm gonna look after stream a little bit because I want to be a little more present now. But I'm gonna look after stream. If I find anything else, I'm gonna put it in the show notes.
Word. I've heard like multiple accounts of like there's been multiple people kind of like that. Like he's spotted like there's people that have been spotted multiple times throughout history. Maybe not necessarily carrying the same name, but like the same appearance at least.
Yeah, have you seen the Abe Lincoln guy?
Yes, I want to say so.
There's a guy that he oh he might be related. No, no, no. Uh, Let me just put time travel and see what shenanigans pops up.
Time travel.
Oh, so there's an Abraham Lincoln. Okay, never mind. It's been debunked. There's an Abraham Lincoln impersonator that's like a 12th cousin to the 16th president of the United States.
Mm.
So never mind. But there is also the Abraham Lincoln time travel conspiracy theory where Abraham Lincoln is in pictures and videos throughout time, and I think that that's very interesting. I don't think he's a vampire. He might be a well. I also don't believe in backwards time travel. So I don't know how he would have been in the past and in the future. I don't know nothing about that. So maybe I'm crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
But Abraham Lincoln is 100%. He 100% died. We know that.
Yeah.
So
Somebody in chat
what?
said, "Did you know he was a vampire hunter?" Abe
Abe
Lincoln, the
Lincoln?
vampire hunter. Have you heard
Maybe
of
one
that
got to
movie?
him. Mm-mm.
Fire movie.
Have you heard of the movie The Man Who Killed Bigfoot and then Hitler?
No,
That's a movie.
that's crazy. I don't think. Okay, so if
Oh,
we
sorry.
circle back,
It was The Man Who Killed Hitler and then Bigfoot. My apology.
hey,
Anyway,
he killed a lot of them. Man, he was trying to rack them out. It sounds like. Um, so I don't think, because somebody inside in chat when I was talking about the evil one, it wasn't uh Marie Marie Laveau. Marie Laveau? Marie yes, Marie. Her. It wasn't her. She just did voodoo. And somebody mentioned in chat that I was maybe thinking of Elizabeth Bathory, which yes, and I was also if I can find my search history. Um I was also thinking of I think I was thinking of Delphine Lalaurie, and she was the evil one. But I don't think that she had anything to do with blood. She mainly just tortured and killed people that were enslaved, which isn't good. But basically, Elizabeth Bathory did the same thing, but she bathed in the blood. So Elizabeth Bathory was the
wait.
Blood Countess.
Her last name is Bathory.
Yes, it's probably like Bathory because there's like
There's irony
an
there.
accent. I mean, yes, yeah, absolutely there is. But she was the Blood Countess of Hungary. So for centuries, it was forbidden to utter Elizabeth Bathory's name in Hungary because of how heinous her crimes were. Living in the late 16th century, Bathory was a woman, a wealthy woman, who believed that she would maintain her beauty if she bathed in the blood of virgins. Over her lifetime, she was believed to have tortured and murdered more than 600 girls and young women. Her story was part of the inspiration for Bram Stoker's Dracula. Now, if we circle to the main inspiration for Dracula, Vlad the Impaler, bro. Bro, let's learn.
That story, the story about Vlad the Impaler, from what I remember reading when I was like in high school, is insane. Because he was like
He
the
was the
son of
guy.
Dracula, right?
Yeah, he was the guy. Um, okay, so I'm looking up about Vlad. Let's talk a little bit about Vlad real quick. Because, like, how are we going to talk about vampires, but we're not going to talk about Vlad? So, interestingly enough, um, it seems to be his last name was actually Dracul, which meant dragon. But then later it also was associated with devil in Romania because he was likely residing in Transylvania. Likely. Allegedly. But Dracula means son of Dracul or son of the dragon, and that is what inspired Bram Stoker when he wrote Dracula in 1897. So Vlad earned the nickname the Impaler because of his preferred execution method, The victims were impaled on large wooden stakes. The stake was inserted through the body and erected vertically, and the death could take hours or sometimes even days. So these guys were just kebabs on this guy's front lawn, alive for days, potentially, which is actually insane. But reports claimed that he impaled Ottoman soldiers, criminals, political rivals, and sometimes even peasants who broke laws. So he was like just enacting like the death penalty, basically, for some of these people. Because it wasn't just like random good guy on the street, it seems. I mean, unless, the political rivals were genuinely better than he was, then, it'd be how it'd be. Um, Many of the accounts were exaggerated by Saxon merchants and Ottoman sources who opposed him, and medieval rulers across Europe were extremely brutal. So Vlad was not necessarily super uniquely violent because it was kind of a commonplace. So most of the stories are probably incredibly exaggerated just, to be theatrical with the story. But the political context of who Vlad was, he ruled Wallachia during the conflict between the Kingdom of Hungary and the Ottoman Empire. He basically didn't really like the Ottomans, and he launched the raids across the Danube. Sure. Used terror tactics to discourage the invasions of the Ottomans. So, in Romanian history, he's often viewed as a nationalist hero, a defender against the Ottoman expansion, and an effective ruler who punished the Ottomans, which the Ottomans were represented as corrupt. But in Western Europe, he basically became a monster because he did fully impale people. However, there is actually no historical evidence that he drank blood. And the vampire myth actually comes from Slavic folklore about revenants, Eastern European burial traditions, which I think was the bell that they hung above the tombstone, above where they would like put you in the dirt, just in case you decided to rise again. So that was cute. But there was a lot of vampire panic in the 18th century, specifically in Serbia and Hungary. So,
If you were to
folklore.
if you were to hunt a werewolf, a vampire, a zombie, or a ghost, which one would you hunt?
If I was to hunt a zombie, a vampire, a
A,
zombie, or a
a
ghost.
vampire, a zombie, a ghost, or a werewolf?
If I was to be a hunter of one of those,
If you had to hunt one.
so are we thinking like stereotypical? So if I were to become like a ghost hunter, I would be like Ghostbusters with the vacuum.
No, I like what we are now. Well, I guess not us, but soon to be us.
A vampire, again, would I be stereotypical carrying around like garlic clove necklaces and stakes?
Apparently, that's just bullshit.
Well, I mean, how do you actually kill a vampire? You know what I mean? Let's be
Yeah.
real. Let's be
Well,
real.
I'm not sorry. I guess when I say hunter, I think we've ruined the word hunter because I don't want to like destroy any of these things.
Searcher. A
Searcher.
searcher.
Yes. Okay, if you were to search and to find one of these things, which one would you want it to be?
What I want it to be?
Yeah, which one are
A
you
ghost. Would I
you
want
dedic
it to be a ghost? I'd want it to be a
you want it to
ghost.
be a ghost?
Well, if I were to go and find a vampire, I would get attacked. If I were to go and find a zombie, I would be eaten. If I were to go and find a werewolf, I would be attacked. If I were to
If you
go find
were
a ghost, I think I would be fine.
you might become possessed. That might be
Well,
worse.
well, then I would be the one doing the killing.
Well, is it you or the ghost?
My body, my choice.
And that's on God. Clip it.
Oh man, no, it would be the ghost. I couldn't um
You wouldn't
claim.
but okay, think about it this way. Whichever one you find, you also are able to essentially prove to the public that this is a real thing and now people will believe it, not as if it is a fantasy thing.
Yeah, I mean, still,
So do you think
um,
you and to be fair, I think that if you were like, I have evidence for ghosts, here it is, that's a big thing, and I think that that is bigger than a zombie or a werewolf or a vampire.
I'm just sitting here thinking about like the ethical implications of announcing any of these things are real except for ghosts. So like, say I take it to the FBI. Okay, interestingly enough, I did watch a video while I was in the shower today. Yes, I watch YouTube in the shower. What are you gonna do about it? And apparently, this dude, it was, I can't remember the exact year, but it was when the FBI was trying to find and catch Ted Bundy. So think of that time frame. There was this guy, don't remember his name, but he was a cryptozoologist, which is basically just a zoologist for cryptids, which unfortunately is not a real thing. You can't go get certified for that. Um, but he
Not
was
yet.
like, holy shit, I found Bigfoot hair. Let me send it to the FBI. They have to analyze it. Bro sent it off to the FBI. Meanwhile, FBI is still trying to catch Ted Bundy. Okay, the FBI takes the thing of hair and they're like, oh shit, this could be Bigfoot. Yeah, let's fucking research this shit. So they research it. Yeah, lo and behold, and granted, maybe it was actually the CIA. Either way, one of the two. They did actually um, declassify the documents for this, so you can go look it up. There's full like CIA, FBI documents that have been released on the Bigfoot hair analysis thing. It's full truth. And it turns out, it was a total letdown. The FBI slash CIA, whoever analyzed it, was like, dude, it's deer hair. Good try, though. But, yeah. So, thinking in terms of
It
that, if
ended up
I
being deer hair.
it ended up being deer hair, so it wasn't Bigfoot hair. Yeah, it was a letdown. Um, but thinking of like in that form, so if I were to send proof to like the FBI, CIA, say I pick zombie, right? They're gonna flip their shit. And then we're gonna enter a zombie apocalypse. Everybody's gonna freak the fuck out. And boom, now we actually are in a zombie apocalypse, and it's barren wasteland.
So
All
would you just kill
one
it?
for all. I mean,
Like let's say
let's say
okay.
I actually found it.
Yeah, let's say you found it. all of these things you found it. You're the first founder of them.
Is it a pack of zombies? Is it one zombie? What are we
Let's say
thinking?
one of each. One of
And
each.
what kind of zombie are we thinking? Is it a runner? Is it a shambler? Are we
Let's go
thinking
with
Walking
like
Dead?
the Last of Us vibes.
Oh, killed instantly. Don't give a fuck. Bye.
You're killing it.
Absolutely. I'm killing it, and then I'm telling um not the
Taking selfies
government.
and then leaving.
No. I'm telling not the government, but whoever does our disease research. The CDC, can we even trust them anymore? I don't know. But I'm telling the CDC, and I'm gonna need them to analyze this body. I'm gonna kill it, and I'm gonna call them immediately. Be like, hey, I just killed a fucking Last of a zombie. We need to get in here and investigate this shit immediately because I am not trying to get spores. So, cause like Last of Us zombies are airborne. So
Oh
it's not like a bite, a scratch, it's airborne because the spores. So I would be infected just by finding this thing. And that would not be cool.
no, that would be
So
messed up. So you would also. What would you do with the werewolf? Are you killing it, or are you bringing it to the government?
werewolf.
Werewolves become
Werewolf.
people, I think,
They only are trouble in a
or
full moon.
humanoid.
I would, do I find them in werewolf form? Do I find them while they're transforming? Do I
What
find them
what
in
about
human form?
what about more of an I Am Legend zombie? We were
I'm
asked.
trying to like
Is that
recall
the Will Smith,
how
or is
those
that
zombies act. Are they? Are those fast zombies? Oh, those are like the juggernaut looking motherfucker zombies that have intelligence, right?
dead? If they have intelligence, they have to die.
Yeah, immediately. Sorry. Bye.
I'm not gonna get super
Have a
into
good
this.
night.
I'm not gonna get super into this, but I think that once something becomes smarter than us, it's gotta go. And I don't like that that's what has to happen, but I think the world as I know it completely changes the second that an alien or something that happened. Like, I don't know. I
How do
would
you
love
feel
to
about
befriend it.
dolphins?
They're kind of messed up. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to talk about what dolphins do, but I don't like dolphins.
Dolphins are kind of freaks. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I also mean it very loosely. If aliens came down and they were smarter than us, I'd be like, what can I do for you? Like, I'm submitting to the alien. But if it's like uh earthborn, like if bears gained super sentience, like you gotta go, bro. I'm sorry, but I don't want to live in a society run by super intelligent bears. We're already there in the United States, brother.
it's like Planet of the Apes.
Nah, okay, that's the only acceptable answer. I think monkeys would fix everything. Let the Earth go back to its roots.
I wouldn't mind
Uh,
living in a cave.
Um,
I feel like I could live in a cave and like hunt and gather. Like a caveman, you know what I mean?
yeah. We still have to watch. We're gonna do this at some point. Watch all the original Planet of the Apes movies.
I just don't
We have
know
to
if
do
I can
that.
get into them. There's this one coming out. It's called like, I think it's literally called Apes. I think there's like a new one coming out. I just, I don't know. I just can't hop
What?
on the monkey train.
I love monkeys. What about the werewolf? Are you killing the werewolf?
The werewolf. Okay. Again, how do I find it? In werewolf form? Like, is it
Um, yeah. Let's say it's like it's
turning? Maybe.
the yeah, it's turning. The full moon is peaking. you're out camping and you're searching for werewolves. You're like, man, are werewolves real?
I'd take a
You find one,
picture and run away, to be honest with you. Because,
and then you're
like,
turning it in.
I don't necessarily know if I would turn it in. I
Well, you got
would.
kill it or turn it in.
See, my whole, like, actual plan would be I would come back to revisit and I would try to find human form werewolf. You know what I mean? And I'd be like,
Yeah, but
hey,
what
man.
if he just walks amongst us?
Yeah, but, like, so knowing what I've, seen about werewolf media, if I came back the next day, like right as the sun was coming up, bro was gonna be more than exhausted and more than beat up that I could probably find them, in theory. If I was a professional werewolf hunter, yeah, I would
What
track
about
down to
the
wherever it's hiding.
what about the vampire?
Vampire, um,
Is he on the chopping block?
no. It depends on the vampire. Um,
I think I homie it up with any of them. If a zombie it came out of the woodwork, I'd you know what? If the rest of the population dies, then you're cooked, and I'm sorry, but I met a zombie. Like it's the most supernatural thing that's ever happened to me. So
Somebody in
you guys are
chat
all
did
cooked.
say that zombies are technically real. Google zombies plus voodoo, which I have seen stuff about that. So that's, food for thought.
I'm gonna Google that right now. Zombies plus voodoo.
I think the only one that I would actually like 110% for sure leave alive would be the vampire, in
A
theory.
mindless enslaved laborer. Hmm.
No, there's like voodoo stuff. Like I don't know what they call it. Voodoo, I don't think they call it spells in voodoo. Um There's voodoo magic to like bring people
Mermaid magic?
back into zombies. Voodoo zombies. The voodoo. Voodoo, the living dead religion of modern Haiti. Let's see. Structure and beliefs. I know voodoo like isn't for me, but I would love to know more about voodoo. Not to practice, but just to know. Because I think voodoo is so interesting to me, personally. Mm, mm, mm.
Anyway, sorry. I got us a bit off track for the vampires.
So there is. So they make like zombie powder. I'm very much glossing over this because I don't necessarily know much about it, and it's also not my place to educate thou. Um, but Haitian voodoo zombies are basically it's just like a body without a soul. Um, the Haitian voodoo zombie is not actively rotting, nor does it feel compelled to consume the flesh of the living. Basically, in the Haitian voodoo religion, a Ooh, I'm probably gonna butcher this, but Bokor, or sorcerer can capture the soul of a recently deceased person and reanimate their body. This mindless, soulless body is usually then given menial tasks to perform for the Bokor. The zombie is created using zombie powder. During the zombification ritual, Bokor Bokor uses a complex powder referred to as coupe de poudre. Coupe de powder. Yep. Or powder strike. I can say that. Made from a variety of ingredients, usually including a species of pufferfish, a marine toad, a hyla tree frog, and human remains. The inclusion of the pufferfish is particularly important because it produces a deadly neurotoxin called tetro tetrodotoxin. Tetrodotoxin, sure. This toxin creates paralysis and death. The victims usually remain conscious until right before the moment of death. Additionally, there have been documented cases where people who have ingested the tetrodotoxin appeared dead, but went on to make a full recovery. Yeah. So, and people, those that practice voodoo, have different beliefs about death, which play a major role into zombification. Um, they have different beliefs of people's life forces and their bodily functions, and their souls divided into two parts, and this, that, and the other. But even within voodoo communities, it's rare that they be doing zombie stuff. All those French words. Yes, I am not French. Oh, oui, oui. Baguette.
Well, sorry.
Oui,
I don't think
oui,
that's.
mon ami. Oui, oui, mon ami. Je m'appelle Tab. Bonjour.
I got. Buongiorno.
Merci beaucoup.
Un.
Pardon.
Is
Baguette.
it vous, toi?
Toi. That is one, I think.
Oh, what was un? Is un not one?
Ooh, I don't
Un,
know. Un?
vous, toi? I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm
Uno,
gonna stop.
dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, diez. That's Spanish. I know Spanish. Some. Un pequeño.
Vampires?
Vampires. I've pretty much finished what I knew about vampires, I'll be honest. I
Oh,
read Dracula in high school. It was pretty good. Shout out to Dracula. Shout out to Drac Astarion from Baldur's Gate. Shout out to Lestat from, I forgot the goddamn name of the show, even though I just shouted it out already. Um, Give me a second. It was in the chat like a little bit ago. Interview with a Vampire, Lestat. Yeah. Um, Shout out. Uh, um, Buffy. She wasn't a vampire, but she was a vampire slayer. Um, Shout out. Um,
what are you shouting out? Why are you shouting them out?
Vampires. Maybe they're watching.
Okay. I've thought of a this was not planned. Name as many vampires as you can.
I I just did.
We'll do it again.
Okay.
You're being prompted.
T-
All right, ready?
yeah.
Tab, name as many vampires as you can
Okay.
in 30 seconds.
30 seconds. This
Yep,
is not gonna go
sorry.
good for me.
Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't
Let
think
me
about it.
let me
Don't
know
think
when we're
about it.
starting. Let me know when we're starting.
Ready,
Mm-hmm.
set, go.
Okay, Dracula. What's that? Um, 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 Astarion, Baldur's Gate. Um, that Nosferatu freak. Um, do I have to say his name or can I just say Nosferatu freak?
I'll give it to you.
Okay. Um,
And that's time.
yeah, that's all I got, man.
Wow. Three vampires.
Yeah, that's all I had. I don't know. I don't know vampires like that.
That was beautiful.
There's not that. There's not that.
I'm surprised you didn't go like Twilight.
Oh, see, and I was like, I didn't even get there.
No, I thought. No, you sure didn't.
Yeah, I didn't even get there.
Uh,
Because I could have named a lot. Because Bella turned into a vampire.
you had Edward.
Yeah, there was a doctor guy.
I can only name Bella and Edward.
What was that one? Jasper?
Why are you looking at me like that?
That's how Jasper be looking.
I tried watching the first Twilight movie and I've only made like a quarter of the way through it because the first quarter of the movie is just her going, is he looking at me?
And Edward going,
Yeah, I'm like, this is like so 2000s pill. It's crazy.
it's so cringe, but it's such a classic. It's so good.
I'm gonna try and watch it at some point.
It's very good.
Um, man, I feel like we really just blazed through everything, but I don't want to draw anything out. Yeah,
True.
I'm so
Rest in
sorry
peace to
for.
all the audio listeners.
Yeah, guys, I'm so sorry.
We tried.
We need to spend more time talking about people's stories.
Well,
That's what.
now that these are being posted, that means more people are listening. That means more people have access to submit their stories. So that means we should be getting more stories from more people out there in the world. So if you're listening right now, if you just stumbled upon this podcast, be sure to submit a story so we don't have to talk about vampires again.
I like the vampires. I thought that it this th- guys, this is a deep cut. Atlantis doesn't have as much content as I want it to, and
Same
we
with
did an episode
vampires.
on Atlantis, and I'm sure that there is plenty of vampire content that we just are not looking at. But
We didn't come prepared, okay? I didn't think I would have to fill this much of vampire lore, alright? I
yeah, we
only
should have had
came.
we should have had a second topic. I'm sorry, but I don't want to draw it out. You know, Vampire of Atlantis is a great idea, but I think we take it out.
Next episode, I'm going to talk about the Akashic Records. Just kidding. Y'all ain't ready for that. Just kidding. We will not be talking about that for probably a very long time. Anyhow,
I yeah Yeah.
Yeah, word. Well,
Well, we're at an hour and 40 minutes. I didn't realize how long we were up.
oh, we. Now, that was Midnight Oil, guys. Thank you for listening. You can find us on all major listening platforms: YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you find your podcast. Wherever. Wherever. We're also live on twitch.tv/Midnight Oil Entertainment every Sunday at 11 p.m. doing the podcast right here in front of your faces, live. You can chat with us, you can hang out with us. Get here. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. But yeah, that's
We
it.
also we changed to Midnight Oil podcast on everything. I don't know if Tab said that.
Yes, on pretty much everything. I think Twitch is gonna stay Midnight Oil Entertainment just because we're gonna be doing a little bit more here sometimes. Sometimes. Not all the
Get
time.
ready for these bonus streams, guys. We are the goal now that we're posting. Once we get our footing a little bit and whatnot, we have some very fun things in store for you guys, and it will be more than just the podcast.
Yes. Yes, it will. But yeah, that's it. I'm Tab, and this is Keeg, and this was Midnight Oil. So, yeah,
Do we want to finally raid? Let's raid somebody.
whomst. Whomst. Oh, well, let's at least say good night.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Yeah. Good night.
Good night.
Okay. End of episode. Now we look for a raid.
Sorry. Yeah. Plug.
I'm also ready for the ghost hunt, so that's gonna be super duper exciting.
I'm so. I really thought that I was going to have more to to give during that the vampire stuff, and I was just it all just kept coming up as Dracula, and I think I have to get better at researching. I didn't want
Yeah.
to
I
talk about
didn't
Dracula because everyone you can just Google Dracula.
I didn't come up with much either, I'm not gonna lie.
I think it's better when you find these very personalized stories. I think that's I mean it's just the best to do
Who
anything.
who are we trying to raid? I don't even
Um
I don't even got anybody around these parts.
I'm scanning.
Awesome prize. Dracula's biting them youngins down in that there holler. Them old
Maybe not.
Dragulars.
I went to the talk shows and podcast section.
Oh, maybe that's the section we need to be using.
Yeah, we should be probably in that.
How do I do that?
LOL.
Wait, podcast. Found it.
There's one just called Weed Radio.
Look at us. Now we're under talk shows and podcasts.
Amazing. Yeah, there's a lot of people doing talk shows and podcasts. It's very impressive.
That's fire. Oh,
Um,
oh, oh, oh.
see what this guy's doing.
Oh,
This
oh.
guy has 0 followers.
Oh,
He's just watching edits though.
oh, oh. Oh,
Okay,
oh.
maybe not. I really butchered the end of this episode, huh, guys? Sorry for completely railroading our shit. I feel like it flowed well though. I feel good.
Yeah, we did alright. Dude, we did pretty good. It was okay. It was okay.
Is this our Atlantis?
I fear this is our Atlantis.
Well, it's only up from here then.
Yeah. That's good.
Uh,
I mean, you know.
yeah, we'll at some point we'll start rating people. I've said that like numerous times, but I need to I just I want them to be like semi-related to what we do, and I just feel like I haven't found anybody on Tik or on Twitch that does that.
Nobody do what we be doing.
Hey, what can you say? Well, yeah, Tab, you already took us out, guys. Unless you got anything for me, I think it's wrap up time. We can just shoot the shit for a little bit if you want, but
I am just looking at um stats currently. For some reason, I'm gonna have to Google it, but our podcast uploaded doubly on YouTube, and one uploaded in a podcast format, and one uploaded in um the video format. So I don't really know what the dealio is with
Tulpas.
that. Sorry guys, you probably heard that. I did not mean to play that out loud. Oh god.
I only see one.
Yeah, I just privated the other one. You have to go into our studio to see it.
Oh, okay.
Yurt. But I think we are going to go ahead and end. Thank you guys for hanging out. Um, Tulpas? Yeah, tulpas. Also, that word, during that episode, I was trying to find the word that I thought was kind of synonymous to tulpas, and I found out what it was like a couple of days ago, and it was an egregore?
An agrigore?
An egregore? Um, in magical and other occult traditions, it is typically seen as having an independent existence, but in other kinds of esotericism, it is merely the collective mind of a religious community, either esoteric or exoteric. So basically, these people, it's seen in the Book of Enoch, and unfortunately, I know a lot about that. Um, it's basically these people thought so hard that things became real. Like, you know what I mean? So that's kind of like,
Mm.
yeah. It's basically an entity that was created because people believed so hard, but it's like it's more so the masses, like it's collective consciousness, collective thought, rather than just a singular person. Making a tulpa, it's the masses creating an egregore.
I've seen
And that was from the
tulpas.
dome. I tried to Google it, but it didn't work.
Really? Good for you. Hey,
No.
shout out. Shout out brains.
Yeah. The definition where I was like reading the esotericism and exotericism, that was from the internet, but
Oh,
the
so you
col
kind of lied.
the well the collective mass thought was definitely I pulled that from what I knew about egregore. Yeah.
Impressive.
Um
Oh man,
but
man, oh
yeah,
man.
yeah, that was it.
I really am. I look a little whitewashed
I
on
mean that's
screen.
you know,
It looks better though. I'm getting better.
we're at the end
I look
anyway.
like a vampire.
All right, all right, all right.
Yeah,
Thank you guys
I'm
for
starting to
hanging
peek
out.
out.
We're getting out of here. We'll see you guys next Sunday. Peace
Nice.
out.